Hi, and welcome to episode number 2 in a new series I'm doing called Starting Line, a series where we look at popular characters that have a long history and we try to find the best spot for a new person to dive right in and get to know that character. If you want to know who I picked this time, hang around and watch. It's possible that today's character, Wonder Woman, might just have one of the most impressive histories in any character in comics. Of course, her history leading all the way back to the golden age of comics is one that is storied and has many parts that you could look in as jumping on points. So to find the right one took a little bit of research. If you want to go all the way back to All-Star Comics number 8 to see her very first appearance, be my guest. The problem is, I find some of those Golden Age stories will be a little more dated when it comes to reading, and my preference is to find something modern when it comes to diving in the first time. What I've noticed when it comes to DC characters is, if I am unfamiliar with them, one of the best places I can look is the New 52 run, where a lot of characters got a chance to sort of rebirth their stories and give a chance for new readers to get on board. This is no exception when it comes to Wonder Woman. The Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chiang run of Wonder Woman is phenomenal, and this would be a great place to look at getting into a character like Wonder Woman. Now, there have been many number ones before this, and many chances you could take to get in on this character. Why this one? Well, what I like about it is it's less about all her background and history and more about where she is right now. They give you a little bit of information about the gods that are connected and the goddesses who are connected to the sort of lore of Wonder Woman. If you've seen the film Wonder Woman, you have a pretty good starting point as far as how this all kind of works. And what Azzarello does a really good job of is giving you a modern story for her that really picks up right where we are right now. You have a character in distress who needs Wonder Woman's help, and all these sort of god characters on the background who are trying to manipulate the situation, while Wonder Woman simply wants to do her best, as always. As somebody who doesn't have a real knowledge base in mythology like my daughters do, it was very useful to have a story that didn't necessarily demand a lot of prior knowledge. Instead, I could kind of live off of what they were feeding me in bits and pieces as was important. And I felt like I could follow the story without any challenges and instead was sort of enjoying the world that was being laid out for me. The artwork by Cliff Chiang is amazing. The first 3 issues he does, and they're just spot on. It's a wonderful slow burn arc. You get a little time in our modern world. You get a little time on Themyscira, which is the island where Wonder Woman came from. And you get some great reveals as to the story and background of who Wonder Woman really is. For somebody just getting into this, it's perfect because I don't know a lot of all this information. And whenever there's a little bit of an exposition sort of drop, I need that information and I get right into it. I was a little disappointed that Cliff Chiang didn't do all 6 issues in this, in that his artwork is so spot on and the last few issues are not nearly as good as his. However, I'm excited to see that future trades in this series have a lot more consistency as far as his artwork goes. I was lucky to have 2 awesome friends, Comic Books NYC and Fire Guy Ryan, give some of these trades to my daughters, and they have been telling me over and over again what a good read this is, and boy, were all of these people right. I am super excited to read the next few trades. They're very reasonable on Amazon. Usually you can find these anywhere in that $15 to $12 range. Even the individual issues, because there are no huge key first appearances, are also real reasonable. All of that top-notch writing, all that great storytelling and art come together in what is clearly for me the Wonder Woman starting line. Thank you for watching this episode of Starting Line. If you enjoyed it, check out our previous episode on The Punisher. And if you've got an idea for an upcoming episode you'd like me to cover, please leave me a comment below so I can add it to my list. We also have other shows we do weekly, so if you have enjoyed this, subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss anything. Until then, have a nice day.